Hey, you're watching my favorite YouTube channel. I'm Chillmonger. I'm being joined by Paul, YouTube channel, Black Comic Lords. Hello there.
What's up, everyone?
Now you're a reader of comic books. You read check out all these independents. You know the skinny on this unique studios thing, right?
Unique is one of the most slept on comic publishers on out there. Headed by Roye Okupe. Shout out to Roye. These guys are putting out just some really high quality comics and graphic novels in areas that particularly that you don't have a lot of black people gravitate to, because most comic books are tend to be in the superhero genre, and they do a lot more fantasy and science fiction type of comics. Even ones sort of the swords and sandals type comics as well, in the genre of like Dungeons and Dragons and and and
Did you
and,
say
and
sandals?
Conan the Barbarian.
Isn't it sword and sorcery?
No, I mean that's the term that me and Marco was used as sword and sandals.
Oh, my bad.
That's all right. It's just our term. But yeah, I mean, they have titles like Malika, which is takes place in ancient Africa, um, pre-colonial Africa. They have a series like um, Iyanu, which is very much like Avatar: The Last Airbender. The Wind Maker, just sci-fi series, just very very dope. Um, they've got a whole bunch of different genres, and they really do need a lot more love. So I'm happy to see them get more exposure with this upcoming cartoon they're having on the Cartoon Network. Unlike doing it as like a webtoon or on some lesser known thing, the Cartoon Network's a big deal. It's given them a tremendous amount of exposure,
Oh yeah.
and hopefully people will want to dive down the rabbit hole further and read the books too.
It's the exposure, but it's also they get the rub, the validation of you're worthy of being Cartoon Network, just like Kids Next Door was and Teen Titans, and there's probably things more recent that I'm not thinking about. But there's a lot of man entertaining that they've been capitalizing on and making the pop culture zeitgeist. That's what Cartoon Network is known for. So when I see what I see, Ianu, I'm like, oh wait, Unique Studios, that little Nigerian company got to, and it's not just Cartoon Network, it's Max. They got a relationship going with those two, and now they'll be, and they had a Dark Horse Comics relationship too, so that they can get their comics to your shop in the North American market. These guys are like kind of doing everything I've been looking for. Like I'm always wondering, like who's next? Why should I support this comic company and not that? Who's sacrificing a little bit? Who's making moves? Unique Studios just climbed the ladder with Royal Coupe, and he made it so that we are here today. Where New York Comic Con, I didn't care about the new Hawkeye. Did you care about the new Hawkeye?
I don't care about the old Hawkeye.
You care about the Ultimate Wolverine?
Yeah, I mean, look, here's the thing.
Absolute this, magnificent that. Yanu was what I was thinking about.
It's important, and I've mentioned this on our channel a few times. The importance of cartoons as being a gateway for a lot of kids to get into comics. When I was a kid, dating myself with all these gray hairs, Super Friends and the original Spider-Man cartoon. Was the gateway for my generation to get into comic books. And we don't have a lot of that today. Um, there's a reason why Japanese manga is taking off so well when there's a prevalence of Japanese anime that's out there. But
Ooh.
do you have Saturday morning cartoons anymore? Marvel and DC do not. So this was a smart move on Unique Studios' part to sort of bridge that gap by coming out with a kid-friendly cartoon animated feature, because as I said, it's a great gateway to get a new younger generation investing in the younger generation for your future, and have them say, well, get familiar with the character and then get into the comic books. So just like Static Shock back in the 90s, a lot of people of this generation are familiar with Static, and we're curious when Milestone brought the comics back. Why? Not because they were into the comics back in the day, but
Because of the
because they
TV.
they watched the cartoon back in the day.
Now, interesting enough, this isn't the manga method. This is something that Spider-Man, which was a comic book, turned into a TV show. And we all know the song. And Superman, all these. This isn't manga. This is actually the West that originated taking things from paper and putting it into emotion. It's just that the Japanese have just been killing it lately. Listen, let's stop talking. 3 days ago, Cartoon Network posted what they shared to us at New York Comic Con. I'll play this one first. Of course, we got to watch an ad.
Magic.
A Walmart ad, everyone. Support Walmart. No, I'm just kidding. Don't support Walmart at all. Why didn't I click on that first though? What was I thinking? So this came 3 days ago. Let's see.
That in times of great conflict.
Whoop. I always got playing too fast. Let's go. That's the only way I can watch other YouTubers like Dre Mac in 1.5 speed. But let's watch.
It was foretold by our ancestors that in times of great conflict, there will be the chosen, who will rise to restore harmony to the people and creatures of Yoruba land.
Right away, it's epic. The music, I'm liking it. I think the animation style is not cheap. Like this is what I'm talking about.
Thank you, B.
For?
Finally heading in a new direction. The sun and wind are my compass. You live here?
Yes. I sleep on the statue.
Really?
No. These are remnants of the Age of Wonders. My elders passed many stories to me. The one that caught my interest was how our entire history was wiped away during the Divine Wars.
Paul, since you've read the comic and I haven't, is that accurate to the way that the comic begins, or did they add some new stuff?
This is not the first thing you see in the comic, no. But these characters and the backdrop and setup, that's directly out the comic, absolutely.
Mike says, it's glad to see Chill supporting small businesses like Walmart. Get out of here. Don't laugh at, don't encourage him. Again, with hairstyles, it's always nice to see the diversity in that. And then it's also nice to see that these, this might get on your nerves, but you see their skin tones are different tones.
I know, I was actually about to say that when you said hairstyles, I was literally about to say, and their skin tones as well.
And their skin tones, because there is a difference between darker skinned people and lighter skinned people. And when they cast them in the movie, I hope that the woman that they cast is darker than you. See what I'm going for, don't you?
I simply would leave it at Black people come in a myriad of shades.
Let's keep watching, because I don't want to do that Green Lantern Aaron Pierre talk. Let's keep watching.
500 years ago. Now, all that's left from the war are the big walls that keep Yoruba land separated. Secrets of our past further lost because our people cannot unite.
Like the secrets kept by Diagoni.
Yes. As they've vanished, so have the reminders of how great we used to be.
How do you know so much about our history?
And this is where things pick up.
Cleanse the corrupt. The creator knows not what it does.
That voice.
Now, who just told her to cleanse it because the creature does not know what it does? Is that like a Yoda figure in this comic story? Who is it? Spoil it.
For all intents and purposes, yes. She is I don't say this. I don't want to do spoilers, but she has certain abilities. She comes from a lineage of people where she has certain abilities that she's not even aware of yet. Her sector of people are kind of closed off from other people. And she's going to learn. It's kind of like, I keep saying this, but there really are a lot of parallels between this and Avatar: The Last Airbender. Even down to this animation style. Another interesting thing about this is that I believe Roya Ekupe said that they made specifically sure to have Nigerian actors do the voices. They didn't just have actors that could emulate various African dialects or accents. They actually got Nigerian actors to do the role, so
Was
it's
this
much more
produced?
authentic.
Was this being produced though during the actors' strike, so they had no way to get actors who were under that guild?
I don't know. I don't know
I'm
the
such
answer
a
to that.
pessimist. See me. Look at me looking for the reason. They only went this way. If they could have get Samuel L. Jackson, they would have. Like I don't know, but
I think with it being on the Cartoon Network, they had options of getting whoever they liked, but they specifically sought Nigerian actors to give authentic voices to these characters, which is cool.
yeah, they do speak English in Nigeria. Britain colonized that place, that part of the world, and came with it the language that they speak.
Yeah.
Chillmonger, what if Mahershala Ali came to the DCU as Martian Manhunter? You are off topic, my friend, but I will answer that on some other stream.
Wow.
Cleanse.
What are you doing? Oh!
I love it.
You? You are the chosen!
We gotta wait 3 more months.
Many who call themselves chosen have come through here, peddling false wonders.
Sorry, man. We gotta rewind to see that fighting. The backflip, this animation. Look at it.
Themselves chosen have come through here,
Holy.
peddling false wonders.
I never claimed to be anything. I am the chosen.
Lion Forge Entertainment.
You can't tell me that if you were a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, you wouldn't be hyped to still see this. And that was a popular show.
Yeah, it's crazy good. It looks interesting, says Tony. I don't know how to say this, but I hope this is a weekly episodic because I want to have like a post show every single week talking about the latest Ianu. And by then I'll have all the comics read and I'll be like, oh, they copied this. Hey, that was new. I want to be able to like make this the same way I wish I had a YouTube channel back during those Avatar days. I'm gonna try to do it here.
I got to actually meet and talk to Will Coupe in April at the Black Comic Book Festival at the Schomburg, and listening on his panel that they had on this, specifically on this cartoon, where he introduced a lot of these characters and talked about the making of this cartoon. If you want to check out the video, if you go to the Schomburg YouTube channel, I think they have the video of that interview, so you guys might want to check that out.
Spell it.
The Schomburg is SCHOMBURG.
Schomburg Castle. Roy. Spell his name. Okupe.
ROYE AKUPE. It might be under Ianu instead. Just put in Schomburg Black Comic Book Festival 2024.
Led a workshop this afternoon to the Boys and Girls Club.
No, that's not it. Wait,
that spells Schomburg the wrong way.
No, but that says Charlottesville. I guess it's after that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out some other time. I saw Lionsgate towards the ending of that trailer, and so I wanted to know what Lionsgate was.
Was it Lionsgate or Lions Forge?
Lion Forge.
Lions Forge was a comic book company that had a lot of popularity. Ooh, was it 10, 15 years ago? They did a series called, why is this escaping me right now? Cat starts with a C, not Cataclysm. Oh wow, I'm having a brain fart.
All good. You didn't get the notification for this. YouTube is like that sometimes. I do hope the same chill. It would be satisfying to discuss a fresh new series each week rather than all the episodes released for binging. That's how you
Yeah.
grow something. You know, what the latest thing that happened here? Let's appreciate the whole cliffhanger and then we can talk about the next week. So, reading this article, Iyanu. Maybe you guys can't see it's a little bit pinched. Let me largen it and let me embiggen it. Iyanu is a superhero tale set in the magical kingdom of Yoruba land, which draws from Nigerian culture, music, and mythology. The series follows Iyanu, a teenage orphan, who spends her days studying Yoruba history and ancient arts, but yearns for a normal life. So here's one thing. There's a lot of exposition that she'll probably be able to explain because she studies all this stuff. So that'll be cool getting all that out of the way because she's so smart. And it takes place with her being an orphan, which is going to be a motherless and fatherless character, which isn't the epitome of great representation. But I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Maybe the dad is secretly alive, and so is the mom. Maybe that's the voice. It was her mom. I don't know. Like let's not let that discourage us because there's so much good that's
Yeah,
happening.
roll with that. Roll with that supposition.
Hmm. Well, let's keep reading. One day, responding to danger, she unknowingly triggers her divine powers, the likes of which have not been seen since the Age of Wonders. Kind of like the Avatar for 100 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
With newly discovered superpowers, Iyanu joins forces with two other teenagers as they embark on a remarkable journey to discover the truth about the evil lurking in her homeland. So in this image, the two other teenagers would be he and he, yeah?
Yeah.
And in the comic, they're also like the next two main characters.
I think one of them is, if I recall, I think one might have been made for the cartoon. It's been a while since I read this book. I mean, this came out a while ago.
And we got a reason to reread it. Now they've got a panther or a leopard, I should say, which is
Yeah.
also cool on the pictures. Throughout her adventure, she'll uncover the truth about her past, her parents. That's what I'm talking about. We got it. And her ultimate destiny to save the world. Max and Cartoon Network announced a 2D animated adaptation of Iyanu Child of Wonder, Dark Horse Unique Studios. Heavily influenced by the Yoruba people of Nigeria, the project will be financed and overseen by Black-owned animation studio Lion Forge Entertainment. So let's get this straight. The writer-creator, the animation studio, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The comic book studio itself, Unique Studios, the home base of operations being Nigeria.
Right.
Everything in here, with the exception of Cartoon Network, and we appreciate Max and Cartoon Network, but everything in here is home. Everything here is like even the tax money you're worrying about. It's not going to a government that's going to be funding genocide. At least not to I know of that Nigeria does that. But everything we're doing, every money, every little dollar that we're going to and helping build, is Nigerian. How many other places can you say to have that?
I mean, not just talking about, I mean, in the world. I mean, this is the scale of this is pretty huge, and we can't be discounted of the fact that this is a black centered and black created and black owned endeavor. I mean, rather than us quibbling over characters owned by two soulless corporate entities whose main job is to primarily satisfy their shareholders. The projects like this that are done by Black independent companies are ones that we really should be supporting. We really should be supporting this, particularly when they're positive representations of our culture and our people. To Chillmonger's point about her being an orphan, I mean, most Disney princesses are orphans, aren't they?
Most superheroes are that way too. Peter doesn't have an uncle. Like it's bad for him.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Peter's parents are gone. Batman doesn't have his parents. Superman doesn't have his parents. It's a thing. It's a thing in comics to be an orphan, and that makes you special.
Bees tells us, I do hope the same chill. It would be satisfying to discuss fresh new series each week. Oh, I just read that. My mistake. Hey, the next thing that I want to show you was something that they released on YouTube as well. And it was released yesterday. And it
Oh, I haven't
was
seen this.
Yeah, the video from yesterday.
It was
Here it is. From Unique Studios. It's a trailer. That was a sneak peek. This one's a trailer. Oh god. Now I think this speaking of Disney, look, it's a Disneyland commercial. I think this trailer is an old one and he's just like for new people, he's posting it one more time, but we will watch it and react anyways.
It was foretold by our ancestors that in times of great conflict, there will be the chosen, who will rise to restore harmony to the people and creatures of Yoruba land.
They're repeating it. Yeah, we saw this. I'm gonna go to intro. The Ianu opening title sequence. Yeah, there. Oh, come on.
A little choppy.
Villains are black. So they went all out with that introduction.
Yeah.
The sidestepping that she does here as she's being like she's heading right to the beast, and if its eyes are red, I guess that means it's compromised, and turns it blue. That right there, that's Avatar when he was energy bending at the end.
Yeah, I mean, red means bad, blue means good. We know this if you follow Star Wars.
And she becomes friends with the beast. It's large enough to ride. Really cool. So the villains here, you can see there's like a shadow of him. His own shadow is like the villain. So does that mean that shadow is the thing that's in charge of possessing? It's got red eyes. Or does he possess the shadows? There's a mystery there that they're telling us in just like a 2-second snippet of this intro.
And all we need to do is wait until 2025 to find the answer.
Yep. They've got hyenas all with the red eyes. We've got like no guns. That's always good, right? No weapons of no
Well,
projectile.
the boy on the right has a sling,
Uh-huh.
slingshot,
Uh-huh.
and Iyanu has a bow and arrow.
Has a bow and arrow. I like fiction without guns. The panther can breathe fire. It was some blue hot fire, yeah. Off topic. Black Sands. What's his name? Manuel something.
Odoy.
He's always making a TikTok video here or there, so find him. Steve says, Disney, another wholesome small business to support. Why? You see, that's the thing. These guys, Ianu, are not going to have ads for their TV show. Like, we've got to be doing the dirty work down here on the YouTube side of things. Don't underestimate a sling. A good sling user is really dangerous. Oh, come on. That was a bit choppy. If it's choppy, it's because I'm sharing it on StreamYard and we're not getting every single ounce of resolution.
I'm excited about this series. I hope people will support it, not trash it before it even comes out, which is fairly typical in the fanboy community these days. And I really hope this leads to people getting more interested in reading what Unique Studios has put out, because they really do have some fantastic graphic novels.
They're not what Kizazi Moto from that useless studio known as Disney. That they did 10 episodes of Generation Fire, Kizazi Moto, and there were 9-minute shorts, 11-minute short, 13-minute short, and none of it connected, and none of the characters you can buy merch for, and there's nothing. It was just a presentation of, oh, look, in Uganda, there's this studio, and they produce that. And same thing with the people down in Egypt. That, what do you know? They can produce cartoons for 13 minutes. There was
nothing. I mean, you raise a good point. You raise a good point, which is promotion, right, and merch and proper use of the IP. I hope the Cartoon Network. Who owns the Cartoon Network?
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers. So I hope they properly promote this. I mean, I want to see Yanu lunch boxes and toys and T-shirts and other types of merch that will extend it not only to the young but to the old. That's how you get something organically to spread and grow and resonate with people. Anyone can be made famous. Anyone can be made popular with the right amount of promotion.
You're right. With viewership will come more merchandising.
Yeah.
It starts there. It starts with they've put it on TV. Hey, dedicate your time at 8 o'clock. Or if you have a Max account, I don't care if you're about to go to work. Go on Max, turn on that episode, and let it play, and let the computers think that someone's actually watching Ianu, and just go do your business while you're walking the dog or something. So you're giving it an extra view. You can encourage season 2. There's actually like goals, achievable, tangible things that we can capitalize on, maximize on. And that's what's different from what Disney gave us with that Kizazi Moto Generation Fire, which where has it gone? Like what has it led to? And it was never gonna lead to anywhere. But you were all supposed to be in wow because Africans can do this. This isn't we're impressed with the Africans. This is like quality entertainment from Ianu.
Yeah, I mean, the Disney production, there's nothing wrong with it. It just wasn't really promoted very well. Like, I didn't see any advertisements for that thing at all. It just popped up on the channel, and you're supposed to watch it. Um, there are plenty of companies that are doing stuff that's. I mean, Netflix has some great stuff. My Dad, the Bounty Hunter, is a fantastic series. I can't say enough about. The show should win a friggin' Emmy. It was so damn good. But
And when you watch it, it'll recommend you more things. Like they'll say Raising Dion is sort of like this too. There's
right.
other things on Netflix that they'll introduce you to and recommend you to because basically the algorithm knows those who enjoyed My Dad the Bounty Hunter probably want to watch, that the Upshaws or some other show that is, a little bit positive that is what we are looking for. There's another one about hair. I forget what it was called, but it was maybe it was on Apple, not Netflix. Never mind. But My Dad the Bounty Hunter is an awesome show, and I'm glad that it's getting spotlight. I want to do for this show what I couldn't do for My Dad the Bounty Hunter because it was a binge. I want to have and I wasn't watching it when it came out. I want to have a weekly. Come to Chillmonger to see what he's got to say about Ianu. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna give it that the same way new rock stars will do for Agatha all along. Chillmonger's going to do it here on this YouTube channel, and your live stream sharing also on Black Comic Lords. And I can assume that the Black Comic Lords every Friday, you guys, you and Mark, when you guys are just chit chatting, you'll probably dedicate a little thing to. Did you see this week's episode of Ianu?
Well, we talk about whatever we're sober enough to talk about as we're drinking whiskey. But yeah.
Yes. My Dad the Bounty Hunter was amazing. I got canceled. I don't know if it was canceled, but I think
It
that
was.
there's no.
It was.
So
It was
it's final,
canceled. They canceled it after season 2, which is a damn shame.
It doesn't look. We got 2 seasons out of it. It's still
We
worth
did.
showing people.
Oh, definitely. I recommend it to people all the time, and I'm serious. I thought the show really deserves an Emmy.
Mm-hmm. I want to
And
just.
for you Black Panther fans, season 2 is literally Wakanda. Literally Wakanda.
I can see why you say that. Hey, that was it. We went about 30 minutes or so here talking on the stream about Ianu. I'm really looking forward to it. I was impressed by it, and I'm not the same chillmonger I was before it was announced at New York Comic Con. And the little sneak peek also with the live great animation with it's not cheap. This looks like some expensive quality, hardworking stuff. I know that they're adapting a comic book, so you know that there's going to be so much more that he couldn't put on a page because he's got to fill the runtime of an episode, and we're going to get so much like richness from it. It's a brand I can support. I've seen interviews from Royal Coupe, and I like how he thinks and how he talks. Young dude, probably 35 maybe.
Yeah, he's a young guy.
So to have him, imagine like this could be the next George Lucas or James Gunn, let's just say. And he's at 35, so let's get to know him, familiarize ourselves with him and his product, and then just follow his career with great interest.
Nice Star Wars plug. I like that. Thank you for doing this, man. Let me know if you wanted me to come back to talk about it, because I'm really psyched about this series, and I really wish it well.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel Black Comic Lords, or check out blackcomiclords.net.
I need to come up with a better name like Chillmonger so I can refer to myself in the third person.
Paul Monger.
No, that can't be Monger. That's already taken.
Yeah. But what are you
I'll,
are a chill person. What's your personality like? Huh?
it's pretty much what you see here, man.
You know how you always
I
say,
am as I am.
you know how you always say, we got you at the end of the stream?
I do.
So what is a person who always has someone? What is that? Support?
Supportive.
So how do you nickname that?
Paul got your back. I don't know.
If we really think about it, probably not. Paul's got your back.
Yeah, that's I'll go to places I don't want it to go.
Lord Whiskey?
Lord Whiskey, that's actually not bad. I like that.
Lord Whiskey it is. You want to do the outro?
Black Comic Lords, we got you.